Greetings to everybody from the future who's tuning in to see me hopefully not get blown up for a 12th episode in a row. That would be fantastic. I would really like to not get blown up again. So, I've been very indecisive about what I'm doing next, about the dirt house idea. You know, last episode I said I was gonna build the house out of dirt, and I've been thinking a lot about. I've been having a lot of second thoughts about this because there are some downsides to doing that. That didn't occur to me right away, but as I have spent some time thinking about how precisely is this going to go? How am I going to build it? There are some problems that I've come up with that might occur, but I think I've come up with solutions to those problems now. The biggest one, I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll show you exactly what I mean. It's the plate, not the, what are they called? The flat things. The flat things. Darn it. What are they called? The slabs. The slabs. You can't make slabs out of dirt. That was one of the big problems with it. That I'm encountering. So I'm gonna have to make it look right. Because the thing is, I don't like having chests just hanging out. I don't like floating chests, alright? I avoid floating chests. I don't know how other people can tolerate it. I can't stand floating chests. So I always have slabs holding up chests that aren't on the floor. And that's kind of a big part of every build that I make. So, since you can't have slabs out of dirt, well, I guess I would have to have some cobblestone in it, because I don't think I could just make the slabs out of, have plank slabs, I guess, I suppose. But I think the cobblestone looks particularly good with the dirt, so I think I'm gonna have some cobblestone in it. Although now that I think about it, I haven't actually considered I haven't even considered the possibility of using the planks to sort of, using planks, because I'm gonna need to have. Basically, I'm gonna need to have some portions of the wall are gonna need to be made out of this other material, either the cobble or the planks. See, I don't have much cobblestone. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do as much of the thinking off camera so that you're not watching me having to think, because there's not much to see there. But I guess at the same time, it's nice to. To witness somebody going through that process, because a lot of deliberation goes into building anything, right? And that's kind of part of it, big part of it. All right. So one of the changes is going to be like I'm going to shift. The whole thing is going to shift forward a little bit, because I'm going to make this the since I'm doing it out of dirt, it doesn't really. I can just have it blend in with that layer, so I can just have it shift one more block forward. So let's just go ahead and get started with that. Yeah, I haven't even considered using planks as the other kind of material that I would need to sort of hold up the slabs. But yeah, now I'm talking about three different things. I was trying to explain why I decided to stick with the dirt idea. All right. I mean, one of the other problems with it that I encountered is like I wasn't sure if it was a good idea in terms of what I really want, because the thing is, I've never tried to do this. I've never actually tried to do that. I've always my go-to strategy for starter houses are either. Sometimes I like to pick a cave in a wall, just a hole in the wall, a hole in the mountain, and I use that like one of those, like maybe like that. Those are too big, but like a smaller cave. Those make good starter house locations. But I don't like those because then you have to light up the mountain. You have to light up the mountainside that's above them, and that's kind of a tedious process, because you'll end up with creepers jumping down on you right as you walk outside. And that's a big danger. Yeah, I'll just pitch the bed over here. So I don't. That's one thing that's one downside of doing the cave starter house. And then the other option is to collect a bunch of wood and just do it out of planks. And the only downside to that is, well, it's going to be a lot of wood. You would need like 5 stacks of solid wood to turn into planks. But that's not really that much. Like it doesn't take that long to collect 5 stacks of wood. I mean, that would take me like one episode. Like it would just be episode 12, chopping trees, and there would be nothing wrong with that. It would be totally fine. And it has the advantage of being reliable, because I've already done that. I know that that it's doable. I know that I would enjoy that too. Like I know that it's a good idea. That I like how they turn out, how a plank house turns out in the end. I like so there is that. The dirt house, I've never done this. I have not tried to do this in like an off-camera world yet. This is the first time that I'm attempting to do it, which is kind of surprising because like you'd think that this is something that everybody's done before, making a dirt house. I mean, I guess I suppose everybody has. I guess it's just that the way I build houses, even a starter house, I'm very particular about the way that I build them, that I build anything. So like even the smallest project that I can think of that I that's satisfying enough to me. I go to some pretty great lengths to make it happen, because I put a lot of deliberation into it, and it really needs to look right for me. It's just not as simple as it might seem at first glance, because it's not as simple as like, because you can make just a dirt box, and I bet that's something that everyone's done probably. I probably have done that at some point, but that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm building a very substantial starter house here. I mean, it's a very modest starter house in the scheme of things. In the context of the kind of starter house you see other people building. I mean, it's not gonna be anywhere close to the kind of starter house that a typical YouTuber would build. Right. I mean, it's still even the very modest starter house that the fairly elaborate starter house, I guess I should say, by my standards, that I still end up building, even when I'm trying to do them as small as I can. I still make them. They still end up being pretty substantial. Even then, like they're still nowhere close to how big of a project it would need to be to live up to the standards, the YouTubing standards that you see that you see a typical YouTuber follow with their builds, so which I imagine is actually it's kind of discouraging to the average player to see like very elaborate starter houses. That's all you see anymore. You don't really see like simple starter houses. And even this starter house that I'm building, this is not the simplest one that I can think of. And I've tried building one that's simpler. I've tried to build the simplest house that I could think of, which was like just a 5x7 house. And I found I tried to do that in an off-camera world, and I still have that, and I'll probably show it to you guys eventually. And I found that there are some downsides to it that I can't do it. I can't live with it. And I wanted a starter house that I know I will be happy enough with to for me to keep playing. I don't want to and to not have to scrap. All right, I don't want to build something that I'm gonna not like, that I'm gonna dislike so much that I'm just gonna scrap it. I don't want to do that. I don't want you guys to have to witness that, because I do enough changing my mind. I mean, I do advocate for changing your mind about things. I think there's nothing wrong with that in general, but I wouldn't want to like build an entire house and then still change my mind about it and just rebuild the whole house. Isn't that right, Donkey? I think this donkey is very pleased to see me trying to do this over here. All right. I'm gonna need to use some cobblestone, because, as I've explained, I'm gonna need some cobblestone planks, and for the planks to look right, I'm gonna want them to be supported by some cobble. some cobble that's going to be part of the wall. So like the wall is not going to be entirely dirt. And yeah, that brings me back to the consideration of maybe I should make those make those instead of using cobble, use planks, because I have enough of that. Whereas I'm not sure if I actually have enough cobble. You know, like this, like there's gonna be like one streak of wall over here. It's gonna be made out of cobble just to support the slabs on which the chests are gonna be on. Because I'm not sure if the 64, if the stack I have is actually sufficient. That's a good call. I should. Well, no, I do want cobble. I know. Yes, I do want cobble. You know what? Why? Because I want a chimney. I'm gonna have a chimney going up from the furnaces, and I can't make a chimney out of planks. I have to have cobble for the chimney, so I might as well have the cobble for that. Problem solved. All right. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad I figured that one out. Okay. So there's gonna be cobble there. Do I want cobble? I haven't actually thought about this side. I basically have the entire house envisioned in my head about it, like exactly where I want every block. But there's you still end up running into some things that you just haven't occurred to you yet. Do I actually want it on this side as well? Because I think actually, yeah, I do want to do this side as well. Because yeah, I want chests on both sides of this side of the house. It's gonna be something like that. Where do I want this? I'll just tap it over here on 5 because I'm not going to be chopping any wood. Then I'm going to have a door in the middle over here. Actually, wait a minute. This is the side that's going to have this. No, this is going to be a window over here. This is just going to be a window because this is going to be the side in which you're going to have to enter through a gate into the farm and then go through a door. That's going to be in the middle. Yeah. I'm going to have. This is the side where I'm going to have a door going out into an unfenced, into basically open grounds, I guess. But this is going to be the fenced-in part where I'm going to have the farm. Okay. All right. Now on this side, I don't think I'm going to need the cobble support because I'm only going to have the chests on this side of the house. Okay, so next, what's next? I'm going to need to place down blocks in spots where I'm going to have poles going up to the next layer. I use a lot of glass, so like there's going to be a big window over here, even where there's going to be even in places where there's going to be some chests. Like there's going to be a chest over here, but I still like having glass outside of that. And then there's going to be a cobble over here. Okay. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Be patient. This part of the game does call for a lot of patience. The building part of building is kind of the most tedious part of Minecraft. It's probably the least pleasant. It's not a pleasant. It takes a lot of brain power. All right, I have to turn the interface on for a minute just to see clearly which block I'm looking at. All right there. And I'm going to need stone over here. Oops, that's not stone. I thought I had stone on 5. No, I have dirt on 5. Stone is on 6. Cobblestone there. But see, on this side, I'm going to not have chests on the floor. I'm going to have chests on some slabs. And on this side, I'm also going to have some slabs, but I'm not going to have a spire on this side. Right over here is probably going to be where the stairs leading up to the second floor are going to go. But I am going to have a spire in the middle over here. And over here, there's going to be kind of a spire going through the middle on the, you'll see. I have it all figured out. Everything is very meticulously planned out. All right, and on this side, see, there's going to be open space over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's going to be over here. There's just going to be fence. There's going to be fence on this side, fence on this side, and over here is just going to be there's not going to be fence over here. Yeah, or maybe just like fence poles on the sides or something like that. I'm not sure. Actually, this side, I actually don't want fence over here. This, yeah, I don't want fence over here. Let's turn that back off. I actually would prefer to be more opened out. Let's have it more opened out, actually. So I'm gonna have the fence is only gonna go out this far, out to here, and this is just gonna also just be opened. All right, we're getting there. It's a slow process, all right, because I'm very meticulous when it comes to building. So I want things precisely in a certain kind of way. So I put a lot of thought goes into this, all right. A lot of thought has went into the symmetry. I like my builds being very symmetrical. So the doorway is going to be over here. All right, I need more. So I need another stack of dirt. And this is this already end of day 2? We're already going on to the 3rd day here. No, I only slept once so far. This is the 2nd night. I do have one more day, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it's day 34. 34, 35. Yeah, I have 35. I have one more day to go before I have to end the episode. I'm sure I'm not going to build the entire build in this one episode. It's going to take at least 2 episodes to get this done. Probably more than that. It might take like 3 or 4 episodes, to be completely honest with you. Okay. But I did decide to go ahead with the dirt because I think it is kind of a novelty, and I've considered one of my considerations was, you know what, is this going to be kind of like a stunt? Am I doing this just for the stunt effect? Am I trying to be cool instead of doing what I really feel like doing? And I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's all I'm doing. I think I genuinely want to try to do this. I've never tried to do this, and I think it would be a really good, cool idea, and it kind of does expedite things in the beginning of the game. I don't have to do as much work collecting the wood, and I already have a bunch of dirt. So it's kind of it's the path of least resistance. All right, this is the Wu way that I'm going with, and all right, well that's. That's about enough explanation for that. So yeah, I'm going to follow through with this. It's going to be a dirt house. All right. Another change is going to be, one change one change from the plank house is that the first floor is going to have to be 1 block taller than usual. Usually I like to make my floors 5 blocks tall. But because I can't do planks and I can't do stairs, you'll see why this matters in later on. But because I can't do that, let's see, is that 2? That's already 2, right? It's 2 blocks. Yeah, it's 2 blocks. But I can't talk and count at the same time. 2, all right, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna go up to 6 now for the ceiling on this. The reason is, since I can't do planks, and I can't do stairs, because I normally, with planks, since I can't do slabs, since I can't do slabs, no, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. Since I can't do slabs, I can't do the ceiling out of slabs. Normally I have a slab ceiling. I use slab planks for the ceiling, and I have stairs along the edges of the top wall, and you kind of get this molding effect, and it works out well with having chests placed on like the 4th block, because then it looks like they have space to open into. One of my other pet peeves is wait a minute, this is fine, one of my other pet peeves is having chests opening into blocks. I don't like that. I like to have some space above the chest to open into. And since I can't do stairs, it's just not going to be space there, because I'm going to have a full block. So the entire floor has to be 1 block taller to allow for that space. And that's why it's actually going to be 5 blocks of space in the floor, and I'm gonna have to make the 2nd floor also that tall, just to just for the consistency, just that it looks right from the outside. Because I want the windows to be, the windows in the first and the second floor to be the same height, the same dimensions. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's not bad practice to make the floors, I guess 6 blocks tall, including including the 6th block from the of the ceiling block, including the ceiling block. That makes the floor 6 block tall. It's not bad practice to do that. From the considering man, I'm already. That's it. That's all the cobble that I have. I mean, all the dirt that I had. Okay, well. All right, I'm gonna I need to bring more than 1 stack of dirt with me, don't I? All right, I'm gonna practice. Clutch, doing my water clutch, the bucket clutch, because I don't do this frequently enough to actually get good at it. I did it. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just grab a couple of these. Maybe 3. Let's just go with 4. I hope I have enough freaking dirt. What if I run out? Well, that's right. I have a little bit more dirt in another chest. I think I should have enough dirt to get me through this entire build. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I thought I had dirt there. That's where why did I have... The 3 key is where I have the shovel. That's right, that's my shovel key. Oops. And it just occurred to me that I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. I really hope I'm not going to be disturbed with some pestering phone call, some kind of... It was a freaking reminder call about an eye appointment. That's what that call was. They tried to call me twice to make sure that I really intend to follow through with my commitment, with my, with going to the appointment that I scheduled. That's not such a bad thing. I'm not trying to be. I don't actually mean to be so begrudging about that. It's not fair of me to be so begrudging about that. That's not actually a bad thing. I should have had my phone on airplane mode. I just don't understand why do not disturb me. You're still getting phone calls even though it was on do not disturb mode. That was weird. That was a little frustrating to me. I have to be, while you're building, you have to be extremely cautious because you're not holding, even though I have my shield equipped, because you have a block in your hand, if you right click to try to bring the shield up, you're just going to place the block. You can't actually bring your shield up. It's going to be, so you have to be, ready to sprint, ready to go like that if you hear a hiss. All right. This looks good. Okay, I need not stairs. I need ladders. I don't think I have any ladders built yet. I'm gonna need a bunch of ladders. I could probably use up an entire stack. I'll probably need even more than that, actually. Ladders. Oops. Over here too, while you're doing anything at a crafting table, you just have to be prepared to do that. I have my inventory hot key on tab. I have it reassigned to tab instead of E because E is way too close to your forward button, and you certainly don't want to accidentally press inventory when you're trying to go straight. So that's exactly what happens when you without that, if you don't have it reassigned. So I have it reassigned to tab, and then I still end up getting my keys mixed up when you're caught off guard. All right, so one thing that I'm going to need to do, since I'm building this out of dirt, is I'm going to need to have little ladders, little dirt ladders for the grass to climb. Oops. For the grass to climb up to anywhere that I want there to be grass, which is basically going to be everywhere. I'm going to want grass, like on the floor at the top there. I'm going to want grass there. So I'm going to need to make these grass ladders So I don't actually need these ladders yet. Oh, that's fine. I'll get to them very shortly. So I'm building these just so that, oops, just so that the grass will climb up, will make its way to the top. Because I want this to be grassy. I want it to be grassy over here and on the roof floor, which is basically going to be a big patio. All right, so this entire floor is going to just be dirt, except for like the opening where the ladder is going to come out of. So I can just go ahead and cover this up. Oh, and the opening where the chimney is going to go. So like right here is where the chimney is going to go. So this actually I can put a cobble block there. And then it's just going to be dirt everywhere else. And I should be crouching because that's a drop there. Although it's not a death drop. This wouldn't kill me if I accidentally fell from here. This is actually not bad. I don't have to be too cautious about that. Man, is it already almost end of the day? It's almost the end of the day already. Time goes so quickly. When you're building, I think time just flies when you're building things. Because it takes so long to deliberate, to think about what you're doing. Alright, I'm gonna practice my water clutch. Whee! I did it! Alright. And I guess that's it. That's it for today. I have to end the episode here. And I do like the pace that I'm putting these out, like basically one episode every other day. I could be doing these every day for right now, because as I said a couple episodes, I'm not working currently. I'm just being a slacker, I guess. Well, I'm not really. I shouldn't get into what my financial situation is. Probably should not talk about that publicly on the internet. I'm not ready to talk about that, at least. I know it's probably not that big of a deal, but I'm gonna shy away from exposing my plans for the immediate future. Basically, I'm just gonna not be working for a while. It's gonna be a good while before I'll be back to work. So I wanna take a good long break. I need to get healthy, and I have the luxury to be able to do that. And I'm gonna take advantage of it and just not work for a few months. And that means I'll end up having enough time to play some Minecraft. I'll get a lot of Minecrafting done in this time. And hopefully I will not die in this world before day 100 at least. I really hope to at least make it to day 100. And hopefully further. I really hope to just... The plan is always to just play indefinitely. Alright? Ideally, optimally, I want to just continue playing in this world infinitely. Indefinitely. That's the plan. I don't want to ever start another world. Well, I'll have off-camera worlds, but like as far as like the world that I want everything. I want like this one world. I want a world in which I'm recording everything, in which the entire process is recorded, is on record. Because I think that's kind of cool. And if you're playing in hardcore, I think you kind of have to do that just to demonstrate that it's really hardcore, right? I mean, technically, I'm not streaming, so that people are going to have their suspicions probably, but you can watch me die in like 2 other failed attempts that I've already had. That should be enough proof that this is for real hardcore. All right, I am going to end the series if I actually accidentally die, and it's going to be painfully sad if that happens. I really like this scene. I really like where this is going. I really want to see this house completed, and then I'll need to. The next step is probably going to be armor. I'll need iron armor. Although I don't know, maybe I'll just go on for a while without the armor. We'll have to see where the path leads me. The path of least resistance. I don't actually. I don't know where it will lead me. I don't know what I'm gonna want to do. It basically just amounts to doing whatever you feel like. All right, that's it. I have to end the episode. Gotta end the episode. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you made it all the way, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you liked this. I really appreciate it, all kinds of feedback. Any feedback I get, just whatever you want to say, go for it. I'll be very happy to hear from you. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Shadowlay, my fellas. Shadowlay.